Welcome to Sweet Talk SLP. I'm Krystle and I'm a pediatric speech language pathologist. Today I'll be reviewing a toy that I use in speech therapy. But before I get started, if you're not yet subscribed to my channel, I invite you to subscribe, also like this video, and share it with your friends. Let's get started. Today I will be reviewing this sensory shape sorter toy. I purchased this from Amazon during Amazon Prime Days. Been using it for a few weeks now. It had been on my wish list, so I finally got my hands on it, and now I'm going to review it for you. So first, let's talk about what it is. It is a sensory shape sorter toy. So it's not your typical shape sorter toy that has specific places to put objects in. Instead, it has these ropes or strings around to use to pull things out of and to put things in. Four sides of it have the single rope across, so it is easier to pull things out and put things in. And then two of the sides have it vertically and horizontally, so it is a little bit more difficult to pull things in and put them in those slots. So that's what it looks like here. As a reminder, my reviews have 5 parameters. They are storage, price, child response, functionality, and overall. So let's talk about storage. I give it a 5 out of 5. This is not a large box. It's easy to store in my trunk, in my car, in my organizer. It would be easy to store on a bookshelf. It is not very large. You can see it in comparison to my big old head over here. And all the pieces fit inside, so you don't need an additional box to store everything. So easy storage. Price. From what I can tell, these sensory boxes range on Amazon from about $13 to $20. I bought mine during Amazon Prime Days, and I spent, I think it was $16. And so for $16, I give this a 3 out of 5. I feel like this is worth $10 at the very most. And even right now, I didn't see any for $10. And the reason that I would say that it would be worth $10 is these balls. So it mine, the one that I have, has 12 shapes and items inside of it. It has 6 of these harder shapes that are not very flexible, like they don't have any give. And so they're very sturdy. And then it has these little ball pit balls. I don't know if you can see, like, if I push, they indent. Now, I haven't ruined them, and neither have any of my kids yet. But I feel like it's a matter of days that I'm going to go into a session, and one kid's just going to squeeze the holy heck out of this ball, and then that's it. And so I just feel like this toy is not worth more than $10. So, because I spent $16 on it, I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5. If it was like $12 to $13, I'd give it a 4 out of 5. $10, I'd give it a 5 out of 5. This to me, and that variety of, like, that spread, for me, for what this is, 3 out of 5. Child response. I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5. The kids that I've used it with have thoroughly enjoyed it. And they've enjoyed taking the shapes out and putting them in. Some of my kids have struggled taking them out, so I take them out and then I let them put them back in. I use the side with just, a string across to make it easier for some of my kids, and I'm trying to challenge it. Then I definitely try to put this side with the checkers to kind of help them with their fine motor skills and grabbing things and putting them in. So, child response, they've overall have enjoyed using this toy, so I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5. Functionality. I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5. It does what it's supposed to do. You take shapes out, you put shapes in. I have started adding light up balls to mine, so that way there's a variety in there. And actually what will probably end up happening is that I'll remove these cheaper balls and then replace them with some more sturdy balls in here. And that way this little box becomes more creative and more fun, but it also became more expensive because I had to add something else that I paid money for. So I do have a couple of them in here currently that do light up, just to kind of give it, something extra. I even have one of these squishy sensory ones that I keep in here sometimes. So it is getting kind of tight in there now because I've still kept these other balls, but functionally, it makes it more fun. Also, I've stuck other things in here. So I've put pieces from other toys in here that we have to take in, take out. I put picture cards in here. And so I feel like because of these little ropes, it's very functional to use in different, like a variety of ways. And when toys can be used in a variety of different ways, I usually give it a 5 out of 5 because it makes me happy. Overall, I'm going to give this toy a 4 out of 5. If I would have spent $10 on this, I probably would have given it a 5 out of 5. But because I didn't, I have to knock off a point. So overall, it works really well. The kids have been enjoying it. Eventually, I'm going to replace these cheap little balls, and it's gonna do its thing. But overall, I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5. It's a neat toy, but please don't spend over $12 or $13 on it. Find one that's cheaper. Lesson learned. Amazon Prime Days. I feel like you think you're always getting a good deal, and you're looking at things right before Amazon Prime Day starts, and then you track it. Like I track it on Honey to see like the price variation and how it went up and down, and I think I'm getting a great steal. And then later on, when I'm doing a review video and I compare it to the current prices, I'm like, oh, I didn't really get a great deal on it. So I digress. But yeah, do you have this sensory toy or one similar to it? I know that, like I said, there's like a cube shaped one. This is a reticular one. There's some with less balls, more balls. Some that have like shape sorter panels. So yeah, I'd love to know if you have one and what your thoughts are on it. Do you agree with my review? And please don't tell me how much you spent on it, especially if you spent less than I did. That's all I have for now. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, I hope that you'll consider subscribing, like this video, share it with your friends, ring that notification bell. You'll be notified of my weekly uploads. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you on the next one.